Hi, so this is my 1990 G60 Edition One Volkswagen Golf, but in America, Canada, I'm not sure about Canada to be fair, but certainly America would be known as a Rabbit. But no, this one's a Golf. My name's Tom and I'm from England, and this is my car. Tell you a bit more about it. Some of you may have noticed, don't know, you probably can't see it too well, but it's actually a left-hand drive. So this car, originally sold in Germany, quite a special car. The Edition One means that it was a special edition from Volkswagen back in 1990 or thereabouts. It's aubergine in colour. You probably can't tell on the video very well. It never comes out. A lot of my friends thought that this car was black for months. When I first brought it down, I first bought it, they thought it was black, but when they saw it in the sunlight, you notice it is actually purple, or aubergine is another name for the colour. Probably quite an unusual old beast. You certainly wouldn't see very many in North America, I don't think, or Canada. They were only sold in Germany. They weren't actually sold in England at all. Hence the reason it being left-hand drive means that it's I was imported in the year 2000, I think, something like that. I bought it in 2005 and I've had it since then, so I've had it 15 years. It's 30 years old now. She's not in the best shape. She's a grand old lady, I like to think. I like to think that I'm just looking after her for the next generation. She's got a few battle scars. She's a little bit dented in places. She's getting a little bit rusty. Shh! Don't say it too loud. I don't like to worry the old girl. She needs a bit of work. She's had a few battle scars over the years, let's put it that way. A weird angle, but that was a bit of a repair I did just to keep it going. Now you might be able to see as well on the rear bumper, unfortunately somebody went in the back of me. It's not ideal, but these things happen. Yeah, so I've had it 15 years, like I said. Being an Edition One, what makes it special? Let's have a look at that, shall we? That's probably more interesting than hearing me waffle on about the crap that I'm going to waffle on about. So she's got gold tinted rear windows. Again, you probably hard to tell on the video. You might be able to tell from this angle perhaps. When you're up close to it, my reflection, hi. It's a different colour. Hopefully that'll come out when you see it on your computer. But yeah, gold tinted rear window, Chromolux rear windows. Only fitted to the G60 Edition Ones. Standard from the factory, 2-piece split rims. RMs, BBS RMs for those of you in the know, 15-inch. Back in the day, she would have been quite a serious, tasty motor. 160 horsepower from the factory. She's a bit more than that now. But that would have competed really well in England, or I suppose in Europe. We had the RS Turbo. That was the kind of, would have been the competitor to this. The RS Turbo is 135 horsepower. That's an Escort, by the way, for you American. For you Americans, I talk about a Volkswagen, Ford Escort, but you guys have a different Ford Escort over there. Our Ford Escorts are quite different, but that would have been the competitor to this, I would have thought. That and perhaps a Sierra Cosworth, something like that as well. Sierra Cosworths were similar kind of car, but they were 4-wheel drive. So I thought Sierra Cosworth might have competed perhaps more with the Rallye. Those of you who know about Volkswagen Golfs or Rabbits, you might have heard of a G60 Rallye. Now the G60 Rallye had the flared arches. The flared arches, 4-wheel drive, was homologated for rallying. That's why they called it the Rallye. They called it that, and they made 5,000 of those. Not sure how many were built of the Edition Ones though. There's no records of it. Volkswagen never kept any records of how many they made of these. But in England we have this amazing thing called how many left. And how many left means you can put your registration in, and it'll tell you how many are registered in England on the you know, for this model. Now I haven't done it yet, but I will do it when I get back in. I'll put it on the screen. That's a good idea. It'll be on the screen. You will be able to see how many there are left. Last time I checked, I think there was about 70 in England. So of this car, this one right here, there's about 70 on the roads in England. There was last time I checked. There might be more now, might be less. Oh well, it'll be a surprise for me when I come to edit the video. Yeah, what else makes it special then? So she's got electric Recaros. This would have been quite a special thing back in 1990. Never mind the driver's seat, she's got a little bit of wear. But electric Recaros, I don't know why. Mine are always at the bottom. I never adjusted. What else did it come with? So we're about to get real geeky. So geek alert being that it's actually a North American spec shell. So these are quite different to a standard European shell. But because they're North American spec, and they've got currently you won't be able to see it, but under the dashboard they've got a strut brace under the dashboard. What else sets it apart? It came with a 25mm anti-roll bar rather than a 22. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll correct it on the screen. I think it was a 25 instead of a 22. God, it's been a long time since I thought about this. I've had it so long now. Hopefully it won't be too windy. I'll try and keep you out of the wind. What else can we say about it? Oh yeah, I suppose we ought to talk about what makes it a G60. Those of you who know about G60s will be going, why haven't you talked about that yet? Well, we'll talk about that next. Right, so before I open it, just pop the bonnet. But before I open it, it is going to be dirty. It is going to be dirty. Now, very gameful. And we're back. Yeah, I'm afraid it was clean, but in this times of lockdown, where I'm living at the moment, I have no way of cleaning it really. So it was cleaned, but this is what we came to see. This thing, not this thing. Alternator. This one's our supercharger, and the supercharger, that's why it's a G60, the G ladder. It's a scroll type supercharger, and the 60 is the fact it's got a 60mm outlet, which is here. Well, that's the outlet. Was it a 60mm inlet? Again, oh god, I'm there. Not really showing myself in good light here. I should know these things. I think it's a G60mm inlet, and they did a G40 on the Polos, which had a smaller inlet. I'm pretty sure it's inlet. So yeah, supercharged, not turbocharged. Those of you who, yes, that's a belt driven forced induction, so you can just about see the belt and the tension there, for tension in the belt up there. So last year, oh no, 2 years ago now to be fair, I had the engine out, I stripped it and took the head off, had it vapor blasted and polished up and had it all tidied up, as I was saying. But the engine's worn out, unfortunately. It's pretty worn. I need to probably bore it, and I probably won't sleeve it. I'll probably take it out to 1.9. But one of the big issues with these old girls, it's only an 8 valve and they don't breathe very well. So they really do respond to a big valve head to try and get some more air in there. So it's 160 horsepower standard. I've had the supercharger gas flowed imported, and in here you get it all, and they open it all up inside. It's got a different chip in the ECU, so this is, when we talk about chipping, actually change the chip in there. So people talk about chipping, but modern cars you remap, you plug in and you do it. Not this old girl. Take the ECU out, pull the ECU apart, and you actually remove the chip out of the ECU. See if I can find a picture of one, and I think I've got a picture somewhere. So yeah, actually got to re-chip it. What else have I had done? And that's about it, to be fair. So I'm told with the modification, oh, high lift cam, nearly forgot, got a high lift cam in there. So she should be good for sort of 200 horsepower or something like that. That's what they talk. Whether it is or not, I don't know. It goes quite well, it keeps up with reasonably modern cars. And then we got something a bit more special in the boot as well. So I do like a bit of bass. A couple of 12-inch JLs, Alpine V12 amp. I do like a bit of bass. I had it all retrimmed. VW purists might hate me, but it's my car. I don't intend to sell it. I had the roof relined because the roof it was knackered. Typical Volkswagen issue, and a lot of old car issue, where the headlining went all saggy and was knackered. So I had it relined, and I thought, wow, I want to make it something a bit nicer, so I changed it. You probably can't see on the video, you might be able to. Hopefully this old girl might get there at some point. I've got, hopefully, moving to Canada. I was meant to have been there by now, unfortunately, but this bloody pandemic, it's kind of scuppered those plans, so unfortunately I'm stuck here with the old girl, which is why it's not that clean. Could have polished it, I haven't got any polish. Could have cleaned under the engine, but I haven't got any degrease or anything with me. All of that stuff's packed up, ready to go, but unfortunately life gets in the way sometimes. But no, there we are. This about wraps up my video on the old girl. I expect to keep her for a bit longer yet. Don't really want to sell her ever, but who knows. Anyway, hope you enjoyed.